Welcome to episode 3 of the Battle of Wadi Akarit. We have not a few changes, just one main change. If we can take out an enemy unit, then that unit will be gone from future iterations, future episodes of the same scenario. That way, because I started to realize that as we push the enemy back, their lines just get thicker and thicker, and then eventually they'll not have enough places to put everybody, and then our armies will be huge, and it would just be a mess. So if we can take out an enemy unit completely, and it doesn't just run away, fall back, then that unit will not show up in future scenarios, or future episodes of the same scenario, I should say. Alright, but here we are. It is April 17th, 1943. The British First Army has pushed the enemy back, although the enemy pushed us, shoved back a lot harder, and now they are at full strength again for the last time, though, this time. We have the 1st New Zealanders, under the command of 2nd Lieutenant Raphael. They had a rough time of it. These steps, I was able to, you can edit the files to change the identity of the steps. That is, if we get into a larger scenario where there's tons of steps, we might just have to go about things a little bit differently. But these ones are British from the last scenario. That's the other part, because you can't easily identify what the steps are. Anyway, it'd be cool if you could take the current save of a game and somehow load it into a scenario editor. Because this is technically where we were last, at the end of the last scenario, or last episode. Jeez. But I have to manually move everything around and get it all up to speed. But the game wasn't designed to be used this way, so I don't hold it against anyone. And it's awesome that we are able to do this. It's a great way to use this tool. The scenario editor. Alright, we have the 2nd British, under the command of 1st Lieutenant Sir Squire. The 6th British, under Lieutenant Llewellyn, almost destroyed. And same with the 2nd British, under Neuralnet. Just not the best times had by all. But we do have reinforcements coming in. Now, last battle, we had 3 entire units wiped out. That meant 3 officers who were in grave danger. Well, actually, 2 wiped out last time, and then another previously injured officer. Luckily, everyone has recovered or escaped unharmed, so we will have 2nd Lieutenant Justin, 2nd Lieutenant FFL, and 1st Lieutenant Stasnak bringing forces in for us. We'll have the 2nd British Armoured coming in, and the 3rd British Armoured, and we've fully kitted them out with some really good stuff. Very expensive, but we have to keep them alive so that they can level up. So we're going to be coming in with heavy, bringing in green but well-equipped armoured divisions, and then 3 more infantry divisions. And because I've leveled up to a 1st Lieutenant, I can command up to 2 units. And same with Stasnak, so Stasnak will bring in the cavalry, although they're cavalry without horses, as the saying goes. Anyway, last battle we did lose some trucks, so our trucks are not in the best position in that we have less of them now. But we still have enough supplies to get us through this. I think we've an increase in at least the number of air power that we can bring to the show. And I also realized that because we were playing on the regular 9 turn, we got to take our 9th turn, but the AI wouldn't, because there's no way to see the results of that 9th turn. So there's 10 turns, but obviously only 9 of them will be us going, the AI going, and then that 10th turn will nothing will happen. I won't take the turn. It'll just be the turn to make sure that everything is up to date for the next episode. Unless we win. I mean, I think we could win. I mean, we're gonna not lose. That's the same thing as winning sometimes. Now, what I forgot to also point out is we do have some more reinforcements. We got the Maoris. We do have some leftover armor equipment from the destroyed 1st armor. And then we have some more infantry coming in to help us out as well. So as long as the AI does not hit us too hard, I think we can hold out. Alright, there we go. So the second British, they've got Cromwells, priests, and Daimlers. With the hope that we can just plunge into the enemy and that they won't be wiped out right away. We'll see. Oh dear God. Alright, let's first try and stabilize the front. Send some infantry back. Alright, so yeah, we have a lot of depleted units, but we have more units coming forwards. I think we can actually hit this, yes, the RGPT Saurihirano Italian armor. See if we can't take them out. You win this time. Alright, well, let's listen. Darn it. Alright. It's a rough start. But we have supplies. I did originally think of a strategy of sending the armored units to the west, try and get around to McNassie Pass, but I think we're gonna be better off just trying to hold on. We just don't have enough units yet, so this is gonna be another slog as we just try to plunge into the Italian and German units and try to see if we can't just coordinate and destroy a few units to strengthen our position in a presumably episode 4 that will happen. Ooh, good, yeah, so this is good. This is why we... Let's see, is there a way to... I think there's a button, one of these buttons allows us to see like the full combat, but there, I mean, here we just huge amount of... that is why we are that's why we threw so much into these green armored units, so that they can actually have a shot at leveling up. Alright, so they fell back, and were not destroyed, but they're gravely wounded. I wonder if we could maybe pick them off from the air or something. Alright, so the second British armored, they will advance, so Justin's forces are advancing. Excellent. Now we have FFL returning as head of another armored division. Good luck. Alright, that unit. Oh man. Not destroyed yet. Alright, let's get the Maoris up to the New Zealanders. And then keep trying to get these units ready to get back in the fight. Actually, yeah, let's wait until the steps are a little less suppressed. Alright. Let's see if we can't take them out. Yes! Okay, so that unit will not respawn in the next episode. We will remove them from the scenario, and that is one less hurdle that we'll have to face. Alright, I think we can definitely move up here and start moving in troops behind, even though they are weak because they're so suppressed. But as they get unsuppressed, then we'll have new units to funnel up towards the airfield and McNassie Pass. Excellent. Oh, very good. Very good. Oh. Alright, let's just suppress them. Alright, and then we'll have FFL's forces supporting along the east coast. Now, once people reach the level of captain, which is the level above first lieutenant, so it goes. Well, we'll have a little descriptor in the, not description, but in the comments that sort of goes like what your sort of leveling is and what will happen, how many units you can control. Once people reach the rank of captain, meaning you have 3 units, up to 3 units that you can command. That is when I think it'll be good for, will allow people to kind of look at the scenario and start giving direct feedback of where you'd want your units to go, in case you see, if you're like, yeah, we should just be totally going exploiting this area, or I'll move my units around to the north to put pressure on them even though it will take time. you can start giving direct orders for your units, since you can do a lot more with 3 units than just 2 or 1. And then obviously once you're a higher rank than captain, then you're potentially playing with 4 or 5 or 6 units. So that's where the more viewers elect aspect of the playthrough will be able to be fleshed out. This is more currently just us sort of leveling up against the AI. It'll be good. Alright. I think we've done everything we can do. Is everyone still, for the most part, in supply? Good. Alright, so we have destroyed 1 Italian unit. We'll see how the enemy responds. I think they're holding fast. The hints are telling them to hold everything that they are holding. So I think they won't start launching counterattacks until we really start pushing into them. Alright, in 1 turn we'll have more UK infantry and New Zealanders. Actually, we have a lot of UK infantry right now. Excellent. Alright. Here we go. I think we can breach a hole right through the DF Spezia. Alright, they're overrun. Oh, and they can pursue. Alright, so take them down. Take them down! Okay, yes, we're making great gains. Great gains. Alright, FFL can plunge in behind. It's like maybe even take out this unit. Alright, that's another unit completely destroyed. And, okay, their supplies are still very stable. Alright, we'll get Llewellyn to hold the line there. We'll also give the New Zealanders a moment of respite, because they technically fell out of supply, but we can keep them in supply. And never mind. Alright. No retreat. Ooh. A dangerous gamble. So good. Our armored units, they are green, but they are working. Well, 1 already. Look at that. The second armored have already leveled up, so that's good. Our gamble was worth it. They were very expensive. So hopefully, like 3 or 4 armored units aren't just gonna go and just destroy FFL again, because that'd be bad. Especially like once you are no longer a second lieutenant, once you're a first lieutenant and have 2 units, then the chances of you dying are very slim. Even as a second lieutenant, the chances of death are pretty slim. I mean, still 1 in 6, that's Russian roulette odds, but isn't necessarily awesome. But it's not instant death. Alright, we'll move into these mountains and throw down new supplies further forwards. So I think we'll just... Oh, God, I keep forgetting to bring in new reinforcements. Good, yes. No, I didn't. I guess I have not. JK. Oh, God. Just kidding. Alright, so we have my 7th British Infantry, a completely green unit without any sort of special steps. I just thought it would be good to have a lot of fresh infantry to fill in the lines, because we started to collapse last episode. So in reaction to that, I thought, okay, we just need to get more infantry up, more people to just hold the line, even if they don't have equipment. But now that we're here, we can definitely start. We can make sure that every new division has some artillery, has some anti-tank equipment as well, so that they can not just get destroyed. So we have the 7th British Infantry. They'll be under my command, as well as the 2nd British Infantry, as my 2nd unit. Alright. So far the attack is going very well. Better than I expected, given how... Oh, well, there we go. Yeah. Oh no, that's Justin's unit. Oh, they're gonna cut off FFL. Jeez. Yep, those armored units, you have to be careful. Alright, so they've blunted our armored advance. Quite successfully. Failed. Alright, so we failed to take Fuduk Pass and Magnasi Pass this time. Now it looks like they were not able to strike out against FFL. So I'll have you strike out against this weaker unit, so you can become a regular, and then have you maybe fold in. Oh no! Well now all right. So Justin's armor took a bit of a beating. We do have some extra armor steps available, left over from the British first when they were wiped out. So this actually wasn't as... It's what I sort of thought they were going to do, but it actually was less harmful than what they actually ended up doing. So that's good. Alright, let's move the New Zealanders up, and then get them their reinforcements. That's from their losses last time. And let's give our new unit, 7th, a taste of things to come. Alright, good. So we've sort of stabilized the eastern edge of our advance. We have new reinforcements. The British 8th under the command of Stasnak. This will be Stasnak's 2 new units, the British 8th and the British 9th. They'll stick together and fight through. So let's get you quarter pounder and 17 pounder. I don't know why I call it a quarter. I keep calling it a quarter pounder. That's not what they're called. Maybe I just want a quarter pounder. Alright, let's try to help. Actually, let's see. We'll try to help the British 6th because they are still green. Well, sorry lads. Alright, to the Trieste forces. Hey, there we go. Alright, they're regulars. Whoa. What? I didn't know the... Huh? Cool. Well, I didn't realize our HQ was gaining experience throughout the... I guess because we always would lose units, so there'd be no experience to gain. Let's just upgrade to... Well, let's see. Technically, there isn't a way within the scenario editor that I can find to edit the cost of these things. That would be cool if they added that, though, because that would help us do more persistent, quote-unquote, approach to this. But we can definitely do this. It would cost 70 to have 9 command points. It seems like you can edit the command points, from what I can tell. I've never, tried, because I don't fiddle with things that I don't know what it might lead to, but we'll do that. So, well, when I'm watching over this in the future, I'll know that it's going to cost 70. It's expensive, but having it 1 extra command point in the long run could be good, and I didn't realize that we could earn experience. That's cool. Alright, do we want to throw them in that hole? I suppose so. No. I mean, they just became regulars. Do they need to die so swiftly? Actually, alright, we can get the second armored in here for the follow-up attack. Alright, so the attack is going very well. Our goal is to take the airfield. That is today's goal. And we have them surrounded. Actually, can you get... Good. Alright. We'll have to... not have to attack, but... Let's... let's not do that. Alright. Next turn, we launch our attack against the airfield to secure it. We have 5 more turns. Alright. So they stifled our armor advance in the east. Oh, and they've stifled our armor advance in the center. Alright, now they are waking up. Ooh, and they've taken territory. Darn it. That's one thing. If we bring in an American force that is too weak, then it might lure the AI out to attack them if they have like a vulnerable supply depot, which would then... it could spread the enemy out a bit, but it also could just wreck the Americans. But you can enlist as the Americans if you are interested. Right now, currently, it's UK forces and American forces. You can sign up as the New Zealanders, but they're very expensive units. So I think limiting it to only 1 or 2 officers that are New Zealander right now is going to be for the best. So poor, oh gosh. All right, so the 2nd British just got wrecked again. So we'll pull them back in reserve. We'll hold you off in reserve for the rest of the advance today. But let's take that airfield. All right. Now we have to hold that airfield. I think we can. Jeez, these are some tough units. Ooh, there we go. Oh, we just destroyed a unit! I'm not quite sure what unit it was, because I didn't click on it. I should have. I didn't expect us to be that successful. Ah, man. Alright, FFL coming back with a vengeance after almost dying last episode. You are leading your armored troops like a madman, and it's working. Alright, what I think we can do is have Stasnak's forces move up towards the east and sort of lead a green infantry movement towards Sfax. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. So I'll have FFL kind of lock down front lines there. Oh, I guess my British 7th will move there, and then we'll have it followed by the 8th and the 9th. Everybody's moving forwards. Alright. Ooh, crikey. They're gonna fall back. Alright, are we in supply? Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so we've established control over the airfield and most hexes around it. Could probably move in to try and... well, let's see. Yeah, what do we do now? We've accomplished the goals that I didn't think we'd necessarily be able to accomplish. So the question is, where do we go from here? First, of course, we want to get some more equipment to these fresher troops. Good. Does anyone need any extra troops? Good. Alright. And it looks like next turn we'll have more UK armor returning from the losses in the north, as well as infantry. The Allies have a huge advantage over both the Axis and the Russians. Every time a step is dislodged, it has a 2/3 chance of not being destroyed, of turning into a step instead of being a casualty. The Axis are just 50%, and the Soviets are 1/3. So, one, I hope they add some Soviet scenarios. They are in the editor, they are in the game, but they are they're not fully implemented at the moment, which is like fine. I think the base game is superb, and the base campaign is just fantastic. And they keep adding more stuff. They're planning on adding entirely new tracks, meaning when you do well in certain scenarios, you can unlock different sort of alternative scenarios away from the campaign that kind of diverge from the campaign, or add to the historical, either change it to ahistorical or even more stuff. And they're planning on adding more of that. I think they're also looking at working on a German-centric DLC. So there's a lot of awesome stuff coming down the pipelines for Unity of Command 2. And then you have the scenario editor where you just have people like us, sort of just not messing around, or we're messing with purpose. Alright, so that would kill you. So we have our sort of weaker units in the center, but we'll get them up there. And then, of course, our right flank is super vulnerable. We'll have to be careful, just because they are all green. Alright, but let's keep this attack going. Ugh. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've ever seen the AI use feint attacks before. They must be planning to, yep. Oh. Alright, they've retaken the airfield. That was sneaky. But But they almost destroyed that unit in the process. The AI is like, I will kill you to prevent you from taking this stuff. Which is partly why I've been letting the AI keep all their units after each scenario. And you know what? I might do a full reverse on that. I'll get your feedback in the comments. After seeing this scenario and seeing how the AI... Because the AI is definitely designed around a single scenario outlook. As in a single one-off. It might be 6 turns, it might be 12 turns. Their goal is to keep you from getting the objectives. Their goal is not necessarily personal survival. Because if they can stop you getting the objectives, they win. And that is what the AI is built for. It does a solid job of doing that. So I feel like trying to find a way forwards so that if we... Like, one idea I had is if we take out the same unit 3 times, then, or across 3 different episodes, then that unit is gone forever. Another idea is if we take out the unit, it's just gone. And another idea is units always respawn. The AI always gets their full forces back after each scenario. So I think we'll discuss it in the comments together, and I'll also have a maybe center around those 3 ideas. But if someone comes up with a better idea, definitely do so. Alright, so they've retaken the airfield because they understand it's vital. That's cool. The AI is like, oh, it's an objective? I want that. You're not going to have that. Which is true. If we can't hold on to the objective, we won't get more air power in the rules that we're playing by. But we can make a play towards the facts. Alright. So that should hopefully put pressure on the AI to shift some forces east away from our main advance. Okay, so we are out of reinforcements. So this is all we've got. So let's destroy the 50 Brigade Imperial. Excellent. Let's pull back the British 5th and get them supplied. Oh dear. Alright, let's see. And you guys... Alright, so let's keep building up the 2nd again, so that they can rejoin us in the fight. Alright, we can destroy the Panzergrenadier Regulars Africa, German Panzergrenadier. So we'll do that. Excellent. And the New Zealanders, we just don't have the reinforcements to cover for their losses. So they'll be more a supporting role. But as they become veterans, that's going to strengthen them. So that's good. The British, we can just... I mean, not like, your lives are meaningless. Nothing like that. But we definitely have a lot more British troops. So let's try to retake that airfield. Didn't realize it was going to be such a fight. Alright, yeah, these are the 999th Africa Division, German motorized. And they have a flak gun. Alright. Crikey. Actually, we can push the 6th forwards. Alright. Now we can attack the airfield, but with heavy losses. And then the AI will try to take it back. So I'm thinking, let's wait until we have more air cover, more air support. See how the AI reacts to our probing in the east. Especially because that is... No, darn it, this little road right here is what's keeping them in supply. Alright. I have been, anytime they take one of our supply depots or we take one of theirs, I have been removing one from the scenario. Even though in the base game, if you lose it, you just have to wait a few turns to get it back. I like the idea of, like, you'll lose at least one to sort of weaken either your side or the enemy side. Although maybe I haven't been taking it... Like, I've been very lenient on the AI. And as harsh as I can be with us. which, I mean, it's showing. we definitely failed the original objective like 2 episodes ago to take out everybody, but the AI has given us a tough fight. All right, I just feel really bad about throwing these second British people, the armored. They are just getting rocked each time. All right, let's have my second British can take it. Oh, I didn't mean like, I meant we could take the pain. It didn't mean we could take the airport, but we'll take the airport. Jeez. Oh man, my guys, they just, like, we need to take that, but it's okay if we don't. And they're like, oh, don't worry, we got you. And then some of them die. But actually, we made it through. Jeez. Alright, this British second, there's a reason their number is so low. They've survived. Well. Oh, do we have people outside of supply? Ah, yes we do. Alright, so we'll need to move some more supply trucks up. Oh, keeping the cover of having a unit on top of them, because the AI is great at finding little ways around you to really just destroy your supply lines. Alright, let's see what they do. They're gonna, of course, try to retake the airfield. They're going to succeed in retaking the airfield. Alright, well, the British second went to airfield too far. Yeesh. Now, as the scenarios get more and more complex, and as the episodes go on, we start to take up more and more time. So as we start pushing up against 40 minutes or 35 minutes, I think we'll start breaking these into basically sub-episodes, which is... but I think that's perfectly fine. Oh dear. Alright, the 21st Panzer. Pretty strong. So the AI has had no oh good, okay, we should probably, at the end of this turn, let's move our HQ up. Or we could just release 2 episodes in a day. That could work. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we'll end things here, because we're pushing up beyond 30 minutes, or but then there'll be another episode out later. If you're watching this on Friday, the next episode will literally come out later on Friday, I suppose. Yeah, and then we'll think about how to more formalize things. That maybe we should, I don't know. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, our current advance is going pretty well, but it has stalled. It's mainly because I'm being pretty cautious with our units, except for I got a little overzealous with the British second, and we paid for it. But we are advancing in the east, and could even potentially start threatening their supply lines. They've got the bulk of their forces right at this airfield. They want to hold on to it, and they're doing a good job. We are going to try and take it. We have 3 turns left, and we'll see if we can manage it. If you've enjoyed what you've been watching, then don't forget to go over to twitch.tv/SirSquire to find our live playthroughs where you play a direct role in how each playthrough unfolds. Link is in the description. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell here on YouTube so you can catch every single moment of this bloody slog in the desert. Oh geez, yeah, it's April 23rd. I think the next scenario was supposed to begin, or is supposed to begin on like the 29th. So the AI is doing pretty well holding us back. And that would be an interesting idea of like, can we buff the AI if they hold us back for a certain amount of time? This is going to be an evolving sort of playthrough that I'm definitely open to ideas and suggestions. So I'll see you in basically episode 3, but really episode 3 part 2 in a way. This is episode 3 right now though. All right.